Guy taunting people. I'm a Muslim first. I'm an American second. They knew about this guy, his association, writing letters to al-Qaeda for a better part of a year, and they didn't throw him out. They didn't investigate him. They didn't put him in jail. Did these soldiers die needlessly because of political correctness?
You know, first of all, let's say it is a tragedy what just happened. I mean, it is an atrocity. It's absolutely horrible what just happened. You know, obviously there was a bundle. I mean, there was miscommunications between agencies. The FBI didn't report. The CIA wasn't reporting to DOD. You had up and down the chain of command. It looks like we had no coordination of the communication. But to allow this man,
that part. That's not my question. My question is, are people afraid to speak out because they don't want to be called bigoted and an Islamophobe?
We don't know that.
When this guy
clearly,
clearly,
we need to do the investigation for.
You're shaking your head.
We don't know that, but what this administration has done and what it allowed its allies to do with Obama and the whole Boston police officers thing, I think people are a little on call. Everybody's afraid of being called a racist if they disagree with certain policies out of this administration. But Penny, but here's the thing: where's Homeland Security? I thought we funded a whole huge agency that was going to cover all these agencies.
Wait, but they're telling us
coloring books and crayons, doing code.
They're saying.
I got to say, this guy did everything but wear a sign saying I'm a jihadist. I mean, and people are scared to connect the dots. They're putting tolerance before safety, and it's an outrage what happened to our troops. I hope this is a wake-up call that it's an end to political correctness. That we're no longer scared to say, okay, this guy is trouble. We got to do something about it. And you know what General Casey said really upset me about the idea that diversity. If we lose diversity, it's more of a tragedy. That is just wrong thinking.
Look at how the media, first of all, the FBI came out and said, no, immediately, without knowing a thing that this is not terror related.
Worrying more about root causes. Armchair psychiatry is just nuts.
I think it was Time magazine saying, well, he was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Secondary trauma is it's contagious. It was contagious. He got it from somebody else.
Bells and whistles were going off. I mean, something should have been said. I mean, this man stood in uniform in Walter Reed before, people there, and something should have said when he sat there and said, I should be a conscious agenda for all Muslims. Something should have been done at that point to raise it up to your superiors to go back and ask them.
He's connecting himself with al-Qaeda. I mean, people can say all the things they want, but when the al-Qaeda thing came in, that should have shut the whole system. And he got a promotion.
But writing al-Qaeda.
Yes.
Right? Writing
That's my point. That's my point.
This is a great point.
No, it's nuts. And he went to the same mosque, and he was leaving inflammatory comments. I mean, I'm sorry. This is somebody dropped the ball here, so to speak, and there has to be an investigation.
All right. I can't believe I got you to be serious for 20
It angers me. It ticks me off.
You know why? I looked at these families today. I looked at it. It just breaks your heart.
Yeah.
Because this was preventable. Yeah. This is a terrorist attack, and the president can't say this was a terrorist attack on American
If it was a Catholic and a right-wing Catholic who had shot an abortion doctor, it would be an entirely different story.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back more with our continue now with our great American panel. All right, Dick Morris was on the program last night. Penalties for people who don't get government-mandated health insurance. Jail time, possibility. Here's President Obama addressing this in an interview.
If you have the ability to buy insurance, it's affordable, and you choose not to do so, forcing you and me and everybody else to subsidize you. There's a $1,000 hidden tax that families all across America are burdened by because of the fact that people don't have health insurance. There's nothing wrong with a penalty. Penalties are appropriate for people who try to free ride the system and force others to pay for their health insurance.
Jail?
We are losing freedom. I mean, the Berlin Wall anniversary was just the other day, and these are the kinds of policies that used to be imposed on people behind that wall. One problem they're going to have, though, Sean, they're going to have to do something about prisons. If they're going to put all these people in jail, it costs $50,000 a year to take care of a prisoner. So they're going to have to do prison reform.
That's probably true.
Democrats don't like to do prisons.
We'll put people in jail if they don't get their government-mandated health. We're going to tax business. We're going to tax individuals. There's going to be fines. There's going to be penalties. There's a millionaire's tax. We're paying through the nose. This is what you want, your socialist utopia, Penny.
We are not in a socialist utopia. What we're trying to do is bring competitive choice and bring affordable quality health care.
People in jail?
We're not putting people in jail.
This isn't choice and competition.
It is going to be choice and competition.
It says it in the bill.
No, it says it in the House bill. It doesn't say it in the Senate bill, and there's still some compromises to work out. No, I do not think jail time is what we're going to.
Gutfeld in jail
but I do think that there needs to be penalty. I mean, the best best way that we can to lower costs is to bring as many people into the system as possible.
You say that. Where constitutionally, now this is an issue, constitutionally, where does it mandate or give the government the right to force people to get insurance that they don't want to get?
Well, this is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen, Sean. You're going to have a lot of lawsuits about this because the federal government cannot mandate that people buy insurance for anything.
But liberal
the federal
judges
government
will
can't.
pass it through.
The great thing is if you don't have insurance and you go to jail, free health care.
You get free health.
You get free health care.
Apparently, you get the H1N1 virus vaccine
before everybody else does.
Everybody else
I also don't like him comparing it to auto insurance the whole time because I don't think auto insurance allows for pre-existing conditions. I don't think so. Am I right?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're dead on. Well, the problem is Democrats. They're having problems. You got, those that want the abortion provision, those that don't. You got in the Senate those that want the government option, those that don't. You guys have control of everything. You can't get this bill passed.
Yeah, we have control of everything, but we also have a very diverse caucus. And so what you're seeing is a little bit of the give and take between the House and the Senate. And now it's over in the Senate's lap, and they've got a diverse caucus.
Will you be able to get this done? Will there be a bill ultimately that can pass that'll satisfy pro-life Democrats, pro-abortion Democrats?
One thing that you are seeing from Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid is that they are pragmatists, and they will let the.
Look what Nancy
Pelosi
the silliest thing you've ever said.
Are you kidding me? Look what Nancy Pelosi did. She is as pro-choice as you can, and she put the Stupak man because she's a pragmatist. She's a pragmatist, and let that bill go through because she wanted.
There's nothing about pragmatic about government-run health care.
They're going to pull that provision out, and they know it, so they decided to get the votes, and then they're going to stab these guys in the back after they walk the plank and ruin their careers.
We're heading towards Canada Care and Britain Care, and then we're going to do boxer carry climate change, and it's going to be the twin killers of the American economy, and that's not pragmatism.
All right, Gutfeld, you get the last word.
I lived in England for 3 years, had socialized medicine. You don't die on the street because you normally die in the hospital.
Yeah, that's pretty frightening.
Yeah.
They have a government rationing body. They just denied women with advanced breast care the drugs they need.
It's crazy.
A death sentence.
We have rationing care right now when our insurance companies denies a pre-existing condition. Yes,
and Social Security and Medicare is bankrupt, by the way, because of the government that you trust to run health care.
And our system needs to be changed.
When are we getting our H1N1 shots?
Yeah, where's your H1N1 shot?
I already got my
I have my homemade.
All right, and you got your shot. You have connections.
Favoritism.
That is all the time we have left this evening. Before we go tonight.